say, bury your problems. For a minute, thank God for your life. I say, bury your problems. For a minute, thank God for your life. Live true and honest. To yourself, you should never lie. Usikufuru uchome. Rather self you too nice. Put a smile on your face. Aisha, you only once. Whichever the matter the keso. Kuru Mungu wana bleso. Sisikize maneno ya watu takondae. Juhudi na hasani zako. Kujituma na kumwaga jasho. Chorea maneno ya watu takondae. Kama ni wakushikisha shikisha. Ni wakulewa lewa. Ni wakuchoma lewa. Shikisha. Kama ni wakushikisha shikisha. Ni wakulewa lewa. Ni wakuchoma lewa. Shikisha. Stress, have some fun. No 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 stress, have some fun. Nataka kujibambo siogope. Baskula tungi waka ulewe tepe. Tena paleo full sheshe. Pombe ni nyingi Nasiko aina zote. Chiro nishatuma fea. Utakuja ama utakula. Inakaro kwa juu ya mashisha. Wanavuta wakichachisha. Shiro usikule fea. Nishatuma basi we kuja. Inakaro kwa juu ya mavera. Wanavuta wakichachisha. Mbona tujitia stress? Si tunakula bata. Ile kinyama sitaki mtu anipimie. Nafanya nachokitaka ni yangu hela. Kama ni wakushikisha shikisha. Ni wakulewa lewa. Ni wakuchoma lewa. Shikisha. Kama ni wakushikisha shikisha. Ni wakulewa lewa. Ni wakuchoma lewa. Shikisha. Stress, have some fun. No 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 stress.
Hey Kasapunyu, your place ni me grow Kasapunyu. Your place na come from Kasapuni. And your place in Anino. Kama uja do anita make it fun, you know. Oyole,
Domali mimi nina stay. Oyole, this way you gon' find me every day. Oyole, I will not care what they say. Kayole till they put me on a grave. Utapigwa ngeta jabi duduti. Tuna meta tusinjo maji. Na ukitaka pesa, I got it on me. Hatunanga pressure, you know who we be. Now everybody get up. Hands in the air, I say get up. Put them up everywhere, go get up. Body get up, I go by the OG, the #1 spitter. I wanna get you high, but you not take it, so I'll take it slow. And after we touch the sky, then maybe later I can take you home. Some of them are hate, cause about we keep it real. It's just they wanna be when they look into the mirror. Sissy, you're my killer.
hey Kasapunyu, your place ni me grow Kasapunyu. Your place na come from Kasapuni. And your place in Anino. Kama uja do anita make it fun, you know. Oyole,
Domali mimi nina stay. Oyole, this way you gon' find me every day. Oyole, I will not care what they say. Kayole till they put me on a grave.
Itakukamata. Baby vile wataka.
No she ain't no bamija. She wait until the sun come up.
Nitakukamata. Baby vile wataka.
Napenda vile wakata.
Wakati sakata. Kula kasava ukisikiza baby kwaito.
Me love the style, me love the smell of everything. Oh,
Kwaito. Njaro. Zako na nyingi ragato. Kama imeshika basi simama. Hakuna fee baby si chama. I am a man sina umama. Kama imeshika sema mama.
me a your lion, call me move faster. Me have the strength to give you one night long. I hypnotize you like a snake charm. Me really want to hold it.
Oh, kamata. Baby vile wataka. Napenda vile wakata. Wakati sakata. Nitakukamata. Baby vile wataka. Napenda vile wakata. Wakati sakata. Imeweza na kakienda basi enda na
DJ Ruby, relax. Gig ni leo usiku sisi. Relax.
Hapa ni interview.
Amekuja sana.
Unajua interview ndio mtu anatakana deliver sana kwanza.
Hey, because I'm like fam, like relax.
Like showing them what they actually expecting tonight.
I was like,
or
maybe
coming to see.
Just start doing shots at this point. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Asubuhi mapema.
Oh my days. That was lit. You guys, you're making, like, I understand why the callback happened with, what's it, La Cascada
Miguela. By the way, we are very shout out to La Cascada Miguela.
Yeah, man.
Who actually believing in us day
yeah.
one, and actually to deliver right now. They're actually really supportive.
Was that the first Nairobi gig you guys had?
No. But that was, I think, the first Nairobi gig we did, club gig tukiwa wote.
Or as Clique KE?
Tukiwa wote.
Okay.
Tunasema kani gigi ya kwanza ilikuwa 10/10.
Shout out to Willis and the crew.
By the way, it was 10/10 the first gig.
But they do a very good job of supporting all types of talent from the 254. So does Icon. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Nashukuru.
Na tunaomba kurudi tena na tena.
Pia tukufurahisha au tutakufurahisha vile tunawafurahisha Rwaka. Tukufurahisha
Clique wakuje.
Unakuwa tunasema tu the Clique wakuje. Hata ule mwenye ana ndevu ule mrasta.
Akuje tu. He has hair on the right place.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Let that be your tagline, Bob. Okay. If anybody has a problem, tell them to holler at me. I'll tell them wagwan. I'm Talala.
Esteem imeshift.
Yo, WhatsApp group, you will tell him nating.
Wajua politics ilikuwa imereduce esteem yake kidogo, but esteem imeshift. Kwa sawa.
So you guys, have you guys always been friends? Like, have you always known each other? This was just a business conversation.
Actually, tulijuana hapa, kila mtu alijuana kitambo sana.
Okay.
And let's say for instance there's an event we do in Nakuru in Pink City. So I like,
it's called what?
Pink City.
Nakuru is pink.
Nakuru is pink for flamingo. So it's called Pink City.
Okay, my mind went somewhere else entirely. Continue.
Hey,
sorry.
Now
Hasha jashika. Tutakuelezea tu.
Watu wampige toni. So for instance nikiwa na gig hiyo, I'll call maybe HBK as HBK and call DJ Sammy. You get, and maybe next round I'll call DJ Ruby and DJ Jomba or something.
Got you.
But because we only had one of the most amazing biggest MC Nakuru, who tunakuwa natoka kila mahali kila time tu, sababu tulikuwa na MC mwingine anasema hakuna MC mwingine. So we were friends. Sammy and I think tumewaka kwa radio pamoja.
Okay.
And also Jomba, also Euro tukwa kwa radio.
Okay.
Ruby kijana wa nyuma, kijana wa Babi, kuja later on tukamwesha
Grinstead.
Huyu Grinstead zako. Mwenzako. Najua Grinstead ni
sana.
Haters.
Together.
The haterization is real.
It's real, man.
And Sammy, HBK, Euro, and I think Sammy wamekuwa pia part of Nakuru Players Theatre before. So
were they acting?
Asha kwa na act, junior kwa na act nini kwa sababu
Voboy.
Kuna vitu Asha kwa na act zilikuwa zina recordio, but kwa na act nini? I got na OnlyFans account. What were you acting?
But you know when
Hash was acting. Hash was acting with Professor Hamo.
Oh my goodness.
But they actually
with the OnlyFans account,
Amo amekuwa baka vixen kwa video ya Hash.
But they actually Sammy, even he was a salsa dancer. Actually by
Sammy alikuwa salsa dancer kiuno tu. I think hiyo ndio kitu waliona Rwaka.
He was a dancer too.
Oh, Ruby was a dancer also.
So dead.
Dancer. Tutor.
Uko unafunza wewe?
I used to teach, yeah.
Which kind of dancing?
Tuta mpaka speaker. Wewe sikia.
Freaking kidding me.
Zomba.
Umesikia hizo majina ametaja hapo? Kijana wa nyuma.
Ule alikuwa poet. Spoken word.
Okay, now Voboy who happens to be a publisher and also more of our manager.
Yeah.
Alikuwa called Churchill as a spoken word artist and also a comedian.
Oh, I love
Ikakataa kapanda mlima ikakataa ana crack hivi joke. Watu wa check. You know alirudi tu nyumbani tu. Home where I belong.
Ana crack joke alipanda kwa mountain.
Anapanda mlima.
But when on a serious note, by the before you get to realize who you are.
Yeah.
Sana kwanga ameanza vitu mob sana.
100%.
Unaanza kuact, unaanza kufanya hivi, but una realize strength yako iko hapa. So kila msali anza be different hapa. So answering your question, we have been friends before tukae chini tusemeni guys.
Because you clearly.
But when we clicked together now.
I love that. But this is very interesting. I always like knowing what guys started off as.
So
Because it surprises you
Voboy again.
every time.
So Voboy again. Voboy was a comedian. So akwana crack jokes and then later on plays ame crack joke the manager ama wa hiyo club anakasirika sana kwa sababu asema aje mlikuja crack jokes ama classic kwa sababu kulikuwa na vita tu every time after. So wakwana understand the assignment but right now is here HBK kwa ana act na Professor Amo kwa video vixen wa HBK. Watu wamenini but right now hiyo unafanya vitu mingi yani kisha unajijua now we are here and probably hata sasa tunajijua probably right now tunajijua HBK probably in the next 5 years anaweza taka kusimama kwa governor, you never know.
Muniangushe me politics no.
Please let's just
unajuaje? Yeah, but then I don't
just choose life as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so why he's dying.
I was checking my bro.
He's actually killing his own background. So first of all, on our YouTube, you guys, your gang, your Watus are out here. So shout out to everybody who's tuned in, listening to Clique.
Yes.
Your squad. Can we give them shout outs, please? They deserve it because they are so engaged and I love it.
Shout out to Lorraine, Angie Memes.
Tumeona kina Robert Riziki, Levi Sayela, Kate, Lorraine, Mish,
Kunta.
Vivian, Kunta, and everyone who's kuna conversation pale
Faith Karanja.
YouTube, Faith Karanja. Shout out to each and everyone who actually want to support for long.
I love it because they're so involved and I'm just like, well done to
you
them.
know, sometimes we actually do a gig in Nairobi. And tunakuja na watu all the way from Nakuru ama guys who are from Nakuru and they live in Nairobi wanakuja so una get sometimes even show tunafanya show iko na kitu kama 30 or 40% actually guys who have traveled to come
and
actually
willingly wanasema you guys were going and that's why hata Nakuru tukitwa show watu wanajuaniaje yani hii aiweze yani the clique they have wako na watu
so calling you makes sense because it means that you're also going to bring people who are going to spend and so on. No, I love that. So shout out to them because they're making me very happy.
Thank you so much for supporting the clique. Na msichoke.
Yes, msichoke please.
We're
because I'm now a new fan as I'm now
correct.
In the mix.
No, make sure me subscribe kwa OnlyFans ya
niko tu sawa bro. Kuna pressures zingine I don't need to deal with.
OnlyFans ni Wakenya wameipata vibaya. OnlyFans yake ameweka wimbo zake. Sijui mwafikiria nini kuhusu OnlyFans.
Na Audio Mac, Boomplay, Spotify.
No, but OnlyFans ikaona nini sana.
It's okay. I'll build the views on the other platforms. I'm okay.
Uko sawa na YouTube.
Choose life over everything.
It's cool, man. So you guys, I was telling you guys this about a situation that happened off air. So Blinky Bill went to some, you know Blinky Bill?
Yes.
Originally from Just a Band, they were trying to renew, blah, blah. Incredible Kenyan talent. Alternative, because I know you guys, the likelihood of you playing most of his songs in the club is slim, but dope artist. So he was somewhere out of town with a bunch of friends, goes to a sherehe. 2-3 hours in, they had not played a single Kenyan song. Ata ile throwback ya Nameless, ama Sauti, nothing. Nothing. So even Sauti Soul did not play. So the guy goes to the DJ to be like, hey bro, like angalau, like we're really in Kenya, at least play a few Kenyan songs. So then the guy, does his usual akacheza Sauti Soul, akacheza Kinanbiri, nini. So then he started this conversation on Twitter. And everybody was like, at the end of the day, we need to understand that. So a couple of DJs came out and their issue was saying that the problem is we don't have a problem playing Kenyan music. The issue is where we've been hired to play. If the customers are demanding to listen to Amapiano or to Afrobeats only, as a DJ, it's like because the club owner, you have to play what the customers want. Yeah. So it's like as much as I'd want to play my playlist that has Kenyan music and only Kenyan songs, if the person who's hired me is telling me to play what the customers want and the customers only want to hear Amapiano, that's all I can play. You see what I mean? But then DJ Bash from Homeboys then came out and said, for him it has been the reverse, where he has asked artists, send me music when it comes out. They don't. Because apparently Kenyan artists don't share their music when it comes out. They only send it to specific people, who they feel when you want to make it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like do the DJs who they feel like, if I send it to so and so because it's got X number of followers, he'll push my, they don't realize that they should send it to everybody. So that was DJ Bash's argument. What's you guys' take on that and your experience?
Personally, actually, till to date, I had an email out when I used to be a radio presenter. Till to date, I actually think Amani has a new song. You get? A man has a new song. I got a notification kwa email. I made my like 3-piece. You understand? But now it's a two-way thing. First, if you are ready to present or a DJ, you create the culture.
Yes.
Yeah. It has never been vice versa. To blame artists at your client and it's always you are the one who creates the culture.
100%.
So what would I follow what you are doing? Right? But then again, we also have a very big problem in Kenya, not only at Nairobi. We have a very big problem in Kenya that we tend to think it's cool to appreciate vibe ya nje. No.
Okay.
And that's the reason why you've never seen at your Kenyan tour happening. Amapiano tour started the other day. It's a movement right now. Actually, Amapiano tour started in Nakuru.
Yes, I know that. I was there.
You get? So imagine right now, it's a whole movement.
No, but but that's an incorrect statement, Baba. We've had Kenyan tours. Do you remember Safaricom Live?
Yes.
Then what happened to it?
Blaze was the same thing. Yeah. We've had.
But that
it was even the recent one with Tusker. What was it called? Was it in December?
Type of music that inachezwa hapo ni gani?
No, at least with Tusker and Safaricom Live, it's been Kenyan music. I don't know about Blaze. I've not attended any of Blaze gigs, to be fair.
Kenyan too.
But for Safaricom Live and for the one for Tusker, I think it happened in December, if I'm not mistaken.
100 years old.
Oh, yeah, they had it when they went all over the country. Even the lineup was all Kenyan artists. They didn't have anyone from outside. So for those kind of brands and ninis, I appreciate it. But I feel like, you see, in the instance of like Safaricom Live, it was a breakthrough because it was the first time we were having Kenyan lineup on tour all over Kenya, funded by a corporate, not the individual artists who just decided to chapa laps around the country. You know what I mean? Problem was turnout, because and I remember this was an argument, especially there was the Eldoret edition, and I think it was at Eldoret Sports Club or something, like a venue that's supposed to be for like 3K packs or something. I think it was like 600, maybe 700 people who showed up. And the excuse that a lot of people were saying was, sasa mimi nikuje nilipe sijui 100 bob ya ATM na sijui. Yeah, but even that was an issue. They were like, ninunue 100 bob ya ATM kukuja tu kuona Sauti Sol. You see, that mentality was there then. I can't even imagine where it's at now.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's still the argument.
And that's what I'm saying. People. That's what I'm saying. Like, Kenyans, hii ni kitu yenye nasema mimi ni victim na pia I've been there before. Kenyans hatujipendi tu, yani kuna kale ka kitu ka event at sana niende nione Sauti Sol. And that's the reason why Sauti Sol were the first artist now to do a very big tour, but wali cut short katikati. You get? Kwa sababu you do that event.
Hujaiona Msaki Flows. Hii nguo si ya huku, ni ya majuu.
It does not, but then see, we are not talking about at music, even culture wise. Another Versace una feel poa sana.
Another simple example.
Kivaa kitenge
simple example. Sisemi ati Nakuru huwa tujazi sana club. But the moment tumekuja show ya Nairobi, mafans wetu wale Nakuru ndo sasa wanakuja, like sasa inakaa tumetoka nje.
Umetoka nje. Yeah.
You get that vibe.
It's a culture thing.
Nile tu Waswahili walisema nabii heshimiwi kwao. Na sijui itabadilika lini. Yeah.
No, but you guys, I understand what you're saying in terms of we like to consume things of outside. But I also think music-wise, in terms of this argument of artists, we have to remember, and I keep saying this, I've said this for so many years now.
Our sound.
When we I think Kenyan music is phenomenal, and that guys even have content.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's a video I saw yesterday. The DJ began, the big DJ from Nigeria, one of the big ones. He posted something, and he was and the clip was a guy on TikTok who was basically laughing at Nigerian lyrics, and so he did, the techno song of Nana Versace, I don't know what. In there he says something like, I will teach you karate if it's not mathematics. And the guy was like, what? You know what I mean? If it's not somebody I already follow on Instagram who's posted it, they don't know. They will never actively go and search, this artist, what are they doing? You know what I mean? They will never bother. That's why even when you put somebody like Karun on a lineup, some of the comments I always see on posters when an event organizer puts something and then there's Karun in there or whatever, really. Half the questions are, and I'm like, first of all, respect yourself. You've got time to Google, to come and type nonsense like this. Go and Google who that is, listen to 2 or 3 songs, then come back with an opinion. But to just blatantly be like, you've not even listened. Because I'm 1,000%
sure according to you, what do you think is the problem?
Laziness, and which is why for me it always goes back to this. As much as DJs, the club owners is telling you play what the people want, and I understand the hype. People want to hear whiskey, people want to hear, that's fine, but you've got 9 hours of a gig. 9 hours. It cannot be 9 hours of Afrobeats and Amapiano. Can't possibly be. Because every single person who goes clubbing, there's always time where a genre is playing that's not for you. You know what I mean? There was a time back in the day when reggae played to Lijo Uni time. I want to talk about club.
By the way,
you know what I mean? But now we've changed that. When house used to start playing, it was either the very beginning of the night or we're shutting down the club. Old school when you used to play, people never used to want to come to the club before 11 because they knew between 8 and 11 itakoma old school. You understand? So we already know that there's certain times in the night the music that's playing is not for everybody. In that time frame, I feel like we should still push the Kenyan agenda. Because you'll be very shocked that somebody who's been drinking for 3 hours, ataanza ku complain na mbona wanacheza Kenya, you know, they'll start their rants, but then there'll be a song that will play that'll be like, you know what I mean? Right now, we're literally getting younger and younger people to listen to Rumba. Because of Akina Okelo Max, Akina BN, the work they're doing. Before Rumba for us was, you songs are that. You know what I mean? You never used, but now us guys from age 25 to 35, we are consuming Rumba. It's like we were the veterans. You understand? That, which means there's something changing. So we've got to consciously be the people who are contributing to that change. You know? Now, about Kenyan artists sending music. I know that because I have that struggle. I know so many artists. And even if I had to show you guys conversations, I'm like, bro, you come for an interview, bro. Send me the new song. Send me the new song.
And hiyo ndo shida ingine. Shida, nakwambia yani Wakenya tuko na hiyo shida ya appreciate what we have. Because for instance, Sandra will play my music.
Yes.
But the fact that you are playing my music, I feel like, wewe zaimbo wangu. Mimi nataka ngoma yangu zo nje.
Exactly.
So nje ndatuma. Inje najituma iende and all that, but when it comes to you, I can actually come all the way from Kenya to Tanzania just to get an interview 10 minutes and take videos and post.
100%.
So me as an artist pia nataka ku appreciated inje more than nataka ku appreciate hapa, lakini still I complain that I'm not being appreciated here. So wale wako na effort, wale let's say the likes of wakina Willis, wakina DJR, those guys who like go out there and like do Kenyan music.
Yes.
Si marafiki wengi hata wa artists wa Kenya.
Yeah, 100%.
But so ule ambaye anacheza ngoma za majuu and all that, so unataka ngoma yako ingizo kwa hiyo playlist yake. You feel like your show iko hapa, niingizie ngoma. But ule unajitolea mwenyewe kufanya hiyo kitu like, hey, can you come for an interview? Can you understand? So it's not even at consumers pia wako na shida. Pia artists wenyewe they don't even listen to their own.
They don't, 100%.
So wana tujipendi. Secondly, kuna kuangana ka wave kana kuja kama sasa tuko kwa Amapiano Kenya. Hata kuna time bongo ilikuwa imetake over kina Violate.
Yes.
Left, right, center. Kuna time Cyber sign Niger.
Actually felt like,
but you see, let me tell you guys, and this is my argument with this Niger and Afrobeats thing. Afrobeats right now has broken the African music industry. We can't take that away from them. They did that. They put a spotlight on this continent. So shukran to them. But what we're failing to understand is this is a numbers game for me. Nigeria as itself, forget even Ghana and the respective countries around it. Nigeria. You're looking at almost 300 million people. If a C-list artist in Nigeria releases a song and only 10% of the market listens in Nigeria, that's 25 million that have listened. In Kenya, an A-list artist releases a song and 10% of us listen. That's only 4 million. You cannot fight numbers. It's either we're going to produce more babies to consume Kenyan music, or you understand me? It's for me that it's very basic math. So we can never necessarily compete. All we've got to do is make enough noise within our 45 million packs with good content, you know what I mean? That regardless of the 200, 300 million...
But do Kenyans really listens to good content? Because ukimba ngoma serious, they don't want. I don't know kama ni Kenya wako na mashida mingi sana. If you sing about rubbish, but also what I accept sana, by the way.
No, but it's because we like jokes.
You know,
we're the kings and queens of jokes.
Jokes knows that to cost.
You know what I mean? Anything serious happens in this country. What's the first thing that happens? Memes.
Like for instance,
instantaneously.
Saizi kuna watu wako na shock like the numbers are rising zinashuka, but go on Twitter what people are saying.
Yes, it's funny at your candidate is winning as per the channel you're watching. People think that's, you know,
we never take anything and that right
but
there.
That's an actual problem.
Na hiyo kitu the fact that sisi ni
memes za corona
watu in a crisis. But that's a culture. That's a culture we have, and we should embrace it. And I think, I don't know if I'm going to bite my tongue for this one, but I think the guys who are about to save the industry, iko gengeton. Our to hii tuliwakasirisha, tukawavunja roho and all that, but siku ya kwanza ungepataga club yani ikifika ni saa 6 sijui saa ngapi, it's 100% gengeton and si ati ni watu wana dance hizo songs. Unapata wazaendo wana you get wakwana save yo, wangechukuliwa tu akutu mental, but keep on doing what, don't dim their light, keep on doing. The moment they stopped, si mapiano yarudi tena.
No,
we had that wave for the first time in Kenya. We had that wave.
But let me tell you, for me, the issue that happened with gengeton and gengeton artists. You see, those who are in, okay, as per my age, because I'm 35, those were kids. You understand? And the problem happened, which is a big problem in general in our industry in terms of artists, is management. That's one thing as an industry, we have not quite knitted. So and this is why I love the fact that now with Soul Generation and Sauti Soul, their respective managers are doing talks on Twitter and so on to educate. Because we're very good at producing music, but the business side of music, nobody gets it. Majority of artists. And then you actually expect to then progress. After that one hit, Wagwan. He's not booking a media tour for you. It's now media houses that are calling you to tell you come for an interview. Because your manager has not even secured a media tour. Your manager doesn't even have a rate card. When we're calling you as an event organizer to book you, how much do you charge? Wewe uko na ngapi?
Niambie bei yako.
Nikikuitisha 20 nitakuwa nimekufinya.
You understand what I mean? So now you as people who can pay within the industry, event organizers, promoters, blah blah. Explain to me how we're gonna work after that. The best thing to have happened is I call you, tell me, hey bro, this is my manager's number. Call my manager. My work is to be in studio and to write. My manager handles the business. The manager will tell me, Aya, let me email you our rate card and the profile. You know what I mean? Even a profile. There's number. If I had to show you guys the number of times I've had to create a profile for an artist, because I tell them, for me to ask this promoter for you to be booked, send me your profile. What's that? Hey bro, nipatie breakdown of what is you've done, how many followers you have, what your music is about. Guy, I don't have that. I'm literally sitting on PowerPoint typing this out for somebody who says they're serious, that they want to be an artist.
Artist peke yake anafilaje nikipigia hash as an individual. It's something that we have seen pia the clique. Mtu anapigia hash BK ni aje, I want the clique. No, just talk to Amos. Sasa niongee na Amos, anze kuniambia sijui deposit, you understand? Like bado kuna masami waambia, if Ruby a certain client, it's better muongelesha one on one because they want that rap and all that. You don't want this procedure you want of let me talk to the manager and all that. And most of the gigs that we have actually secured, see gigs zenye ni manager ame do the talking and all that. It's actually the talent ndo amesema, now from this point you're going to talk to the manager. So it's a culture that is iko kwa hizi clubs and event organizer. They prefer we don't want to go that way. Can I get the number ya mtu direct?
We need to force that change to happen. You know why? Because that's the only way you then fix the problem. Even for you guys as DJs, at this point, if after this somebody calls us and they're like, oh my God, when I get click, the last thing I'm going to do is tell them like, so you guys, as now that we become friends, never. I'll be like, guys, send me your email address. I have the email address of the person. Hi, this person would like to book you on such and such a date. Take this conversation up officially, because if we keep doing that nyuma thing, it then injures also the industry, because this is what happens. The owner of said club aseme mimi nilipigia Amos nikabook click hiyo day because tulifanya ile kitu nikamchargisha 50 Gs for the whole crew. Then you're called with I don't know Milan. You guys then are like Milan, our rate card fee to get the whole of click is 150. Then that's when he'll be like, bro, but the guy for this club told me he got it for 50. Why you understand? So already you're messing yourselves up by not insisting on that level of professionalism. You get me? And that's why for me, I'd rather not do or book that person for that club or that event and leave it at that. Be like, you couldn't be professionally sour because eventually it will come. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, people need to start doing that thing of 5 years from now. Where do I want to position myself in the industry? Do I still want to be doing this shortcuts and all
Absolutely
not.
And then for that, you're not even secure about payment and everything. Secure about a lot of things. So you don't ever have anything
just
written down.
Uncertain. You're doing guesswork. That's a problem. And that's why even artists from outside, artists, DJs and stuff from outside who are hired here, even for this spin-all to come here, CG, what was the other one? I forget the other Nigerian Neptune. For them to be hired, the club was paying DJ Neptune 10,000 USD. That's $1 million Kenya shillings to come and play for us Afrobeats first of all. Because he's not even bothered to research Kenyan music for 2 hours and then he went home. $1 million. And that guy, somebody DM'd him or on his Instagram, there's a booking email. They emailed, want you to come to this club. Cool. This is my rate card. It's either you, and please note, on top of that, bado analipia flights, bado analipia accommodation, bado kuna transport on ground.
Tawale white na njugu.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So, and that's only because that guy was like, this is the rate card, this is it. So, it's either we're doing this or not. I need sumbui. Whether or not you book me, that's your own business. You see, so now you've given that person on the other end the pressure. Because once you start making it seem like you're willing to discuss or tunaweza ongea kama maboss, ushachoma. Because now even the level of respect and professionalism goes out the window. You feel me? So I feel like I get it. I get that there's personal relationships. But I think there's a certain level as Kenyans we need to just understand. Business is business. Friendship is friendship. Yeah. Nikishamaliza job unipatie check yangu, tunaweza turn up pamoja vibaya sana. But once the business is done, until the business is done, there's nothing like that. You know what I mean?
I think I have something to say on that. You see, like DJ Neptune, I think Kwao, those guys are rich somehow.
But they're rich because of the work. It's not like they were born rich.
And if you look at the status in Kenya, most DJ.
Ukiangalia rent yako na shida zako hazikuruhusu ufanye
contract. You can't do such a thing. You can't risk. You can't say there's 30,000 on the table and you probably your rate card is 70 and above.
Yeah.
So you can't say if you can't reach 70, me I'll stay at home. And there's rent, school fees ya mtoi na kungojea probably kwa hosi. So it's a big factor. So many things to factor in.
No, 100%. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing that.
It's something that it should be worked on. It will take time, of course, but kuna tu hiyo kitu. Kuna
but unaona nini? Unaona it's a big thing. So unakuta niaje, like you see, for Nakuru already maybe tunasema tumesekiwa. For example, tutembe kuna the clique, and the clique tumeka hizi standards sana. But sasa unakuta maybe the whole of Kenya, unakuta sasa kuna shida kama hiyo. Unakuta because ile inataka how do I call it? Inataka teamwork.
Yes, no, but that's what I'm trying to say. As a fraternity of DJs, and then the greater DJ community in Kenya, I think it's about time first to call out. I'm sure you guys know the people who do this undercutting and all that business. Call them out. Number 2, start to position yourselves where come rain, come sunshine. Tunajua Amos charges this much. We know DJ Ruby charges this much. Come rain, come sunshine.
But you know it's easy. What Ruby amesema ina make sense and it's easy for me naweza like a year without doing a gig and I'm okay. So niko na job zingine. So if I tell you that I'm going to do 30k per hour, it makes sense. Probably I never get a gig.
Okay.
But nimeset hiyo sana kwa sababu I have my
other
own ways.
Things. Yeah.
But start to say for instance now me as an individual as a brand, ndio tunategemea 100%. Umeniambia like it's something we have experienced. Yo, the clique mnaweza kuja tunamwambia je rate yetu bei ya kuongea we can do 100 Gs. Anakuambia 100 Gs and I can get so and so for like 40 Gs and they are mentioning a very big DJ who you can't even dispute. Anakuambia we are like bro, we are like 5 of us. Unatuambia sijui mtu anaweza kulipa 30k. Which ana reason so anakuambia as a club owner ndaleta huyu mtu watu wanakuru watakuja kwa sababu yake and all that. You guys now lipa this amount of money and so is charging this. So even the guys who are there before us already wameishi kulipisha hizo bei. So hata wewe kuja hapo as a newcomer una like you want to change the game
na choma soko.
Game labda tu change
to a generational thing.
It has to be because even right now if you're going to use that argument, let me give you because I experience this a lot. You've got Sauti Sol, there are 4 of them.
Yeah.
They always play with the band. Those guys don't do playback ever. A club will call. Sandra, want to get these guys. I'm like, cool, this is the rate card. Wow, that doesn't even make it. Already, like on site, they've already started wilding out. Oh my God. I'm like, okay, so, okay. You know, but I'd rather, okay, because you know I can get so and so. I'm like, so, but then you book that person. Because then they're like, but Sandra, don't be like that. I'm like, no, listen. These are 4 men who are running households. Number 1. World Cup even has a whole wife and child. So that's already part 1.
Yeah.
Then you're forgetting there's still management fee. There's still a band that they have to pay. Their band is a 6-member band. So already we're looking at 11 people that are supposed to be earning from this amount of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then on top of that, you're forgetting there's still rehearsals they're going to have to do for your show. That's rehearsal space they have to pay for. That's transport that they have to cover for their band to and fro.
Yeah.
That's food that they go. So you're telling me nothing. So you see, once you start to break it down, then somebody's like, oh, I'm like, exactly. So don't think that just because they've got X number of views that they're now charging people crazy amounts. There's a whole thought process that's gone through that amount because there's a team behind this. The reason why you're calling and you want them is because what they've done as a team has made sense and has made it that everybody wants to come and see them. This is what it costs for that team. Kama wezi ni sawa, there's other artists who are willing to take that amount. You deal with those other artists. But as always, the way the universe works, they'll come back.
Yeah, they'll come back.
The running around will happen. It may not come back for that particular event. But within a month, 2 months, they will come back to you. You know what I mean? Because I'm such a believer in like, one way or the other, if money is supposed to be for you, it's going to be for you. One way or the other. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I understand your argument. And we've all been there, done that. But I think there's a level of sacrifice we all have to commit to for the thing we're passionate about in terms of the work. You know? So we can't use every time to say, but you know, it's because I have rent. By the way, if Wizkid lived under a bridge in order to do his music, look at he owns bridges now. You understand what I'm trying to say? There's a level of sacrifice and discomfort that we need as this industry to go through and adapt in order to get to that next level. Because if you hear the stories of half these artists from that we were in, other than Davido, because Davido tunajua story yake, all of them that they've been through the trenches, like the most severe level of trench level. So if they're willing to have done that for what they're passionate about and what they believe is their artistry, why are we not on the same level of like determination?
When are we going to start this conversation on the media?
We're starting it now.
A
it's
revolution.
on Icon Radio right now.
A revolution.
Okay, hashtag tuongee.
Hashtag tuongee.
Yes. I think it's more just us being dedicated to the passion and to the industry. I think pia kunafaa kuwa na investors pia.
100%.
Kunafaa kuwa na investors
100%,
so that at least ukisema I'm not taking this amount of money for this amount of time.
Yeah.
Because I'm valuing myself and unajua huyu investor ata come through. Trust you me, akifanya kwa like 5 artists who are big people. These people are going to change.
Agreed.
Hawa watashika adabu.
No, 100%
as much as kuna kuwa na investors, but you see also how my investors wanafaa kuangalia hii pesa inaenda wapi, because they investing to get shine. So that comes about
inaenda marketing.
That comes about pia bidii yetu kwa.
Yes, for the content. No, 100% agreed. Oh my God, what a nice conversation. So you guys, you're on the stage with Sandra on Icon Radio. That's Icon Radio KE on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Icon Radio KE. Keep listening and tuning in. We're going to come back, and you guys, I hope you've been thinking about my character development, wahala.
Yes.
Because I want your feedback on that in the next link. We're going to get into some music. But first, I need to tell you guys about a really awesome event we have coming up that we've partnered with Icon Radio. So I Love Me is Chiki Kuruka, or Chiki, as you guys know, BN's wife, has an event called I Love Me. It was the first year anniversary for her dance studio. So we're having the second edition on the 3rd of September. We partnered with Icon Radio, and it's going to be amazing. So I Love Me is basically a celebration of why you love yourself and positive vibes, good energy. And if any of you guys follow Chiki, you know she doesn't play about the good vibes. You know what I mean? Like, if you come there with any negative energy on her page, it's delete comment, ama she just blocks you very fast. You know what I mean? So I Love Me, we'll partner with Icon Radio. We're going to have that on the 3rd of September. We're going to have a live on location for... the Afterthought is going to be live on location on that day. It's going to be really, really fun. We've got incredible dance instructors who are going to be teaching throughout that day. We've got Ayoma, we've got Dance General, we've got Wiggly who's going to be doing his voguing, ting. Obviously Chiki is going to be teaching as well. We're going to have a turn up after that as usual, with our usual DJ bashments and turn up, with our Icon Radio DJs. Perhaps The Clique.
Yes, perhaps we might.
Should be pulling up on the 3rd of September at Wama.
Yes, we are sending a red card right now via the email.
I'm sick. Please kindly do. Please. Mimi sitaki hizi stories that tunajuana sijui nini. I am not interested.
Yeah.
Me, I will pay what the red card is because we know the value, no?
By the way, that's
right?
That's a very good idea. Miss J, ever ukaka chini ukasema where do you love yourself?
Yes, ask yourself like why do you love yourself?
Very good.
So literally we do that, it's about like
shida wa Kenya wakijipenda sana Remi zinapanda bei.
Na mambo ni mengi masani.
Right, let's get into some music. What a music.
Wamemchokoza bea. Mashallah, umewa zuri wema bado wapo. Na tena warembo nzuri na adabu zao. We, niulize mimi, maana hii ni kama ndoto siamini. Eti, mtoto mjini, hapaga wishi na magari na shilingi. Ndo maana napenda zaidi, sitaki magaidi, waliniacha kwa baridi, yeah. Na hata mkibonga mingi, ni yeye tu na mimi. Wewe, hapa mapenzi tu kwa wingi. Nguvu ya kuchiti nitatoa wapi? Wewe tofauti sana kwa mapenzi mimi nazama. Nguvu ya kuchiti nitatoa wapi? Heshima na nidhamu, haki mama wala. Nguvu ya kuchiti nitatoa wapi? Wewe tofauti sana kwa mapenzi mimi nazama. Nguvu ya kuchiti nitatoa wapi? Heshima na nidhamu, haki mama wala. Simejua nani mnyama hapa. Kazi mimi napiga mpaka sama mai. Unataka cha Mungu lazima time na. Sikubuza kwa parifu shika jembe baba. Mavo on the beat. Hapo mambo yamechacha na bado vita za Batista na bado imani ya kikatekista na bado nipe mbili za Jamaica na bado wewe bado na bado wewe bado na bado wewe bado na bado wewe bado unanichokoza unatamani niongee na unatangoja Mr. Money Show webo flow soda si ule kijana najidai na flow ijaenda shule lete mbuzi ya wazee ndio tumurudishe shule kamwe usiamini unyenyekevu wa mtu masikini labda ni pesa hana hatuoni true colors wengi wao wapendi kazi wanafugwa na wamawa gai mwambie sivimbe na flow kama rive na kijifanya sana mpe microphone na imbe mwacheni huyo fafula umepatana na bazu na asibonge sana nimekam na my crew hapa mambo yamechacha na bado vita za Batista na bado imani ya kikatekista na bado nipe mbili za Jamaica na bado wewe bado na bado wewe bado na bado wewe bado na bado wewe bado one more time get low get low get low get low when drop down my bar how this beat is proud how this beat
oh Susanna, I hope you're happy now. I see you flexing on the ground with your sponsor. Susanna, I hope you're happy now. I see you change your skin color and your hair is longer now. Now kuona bali hapo kando ya Champs-Elysees ukitesa na kamini yeah. None of my business. And I see you in London, silicone on your bum, shaking what your doctor gave ya. On your worst behavior, Susanna Vande. Hello. If you get to hear this song, somebody loves you. Susanna Vande. Hello. Change your mind and come back home. Somebody loves you. I'm like no girl. Tena kuna secrets South designer bebeti lugha Swahili ni deadly. Alafu kuna Nikita anatikida akizitingiza hapa ndani muta go crazy. Oh muta go crazy. Alafu kuna Nikita anatikida akizitingiza hapa ndani muta go crazy. Oh muta go crazy. So generation Come out and play. Let me see your body move to Macarena. Lead your way, and I'll be right beside you. Yes, you are my kind of baby, oh. Nikupata wenye minisketi, hawajui jinsi ya kuketi, wakidhani walishanizeti. I'm like no, 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 girl. Tena kuna secrets, sound designer vibeti, lugha Swahili ni deadly. Alafu kuna Nikita, Nikita, akizitengeza, hapa ndani muta go crazy, oh muta go crazy. Alafu kuna Nikita, Nikita, akizitengeza, hapa ndani muta go crazy, oh crazy.
Masa wote Kenyan boy 001
Kiuno bila mfupa, unavyokata Malkia falipupa, wako nimedata. Kasura changa changa, ngozi yako kobata. Shepu mkalisia sanga, yani swadakta. Mama, wangu moyo, utaupeleka puta. Nitakukosa, signora mia mo, my mama sita. Soda karibu come closer, toto bisi kuti kuti. Madwiti twiti, kamejazia katikati. Yani tiki tiki, kalivyo katamu yani keki. Pepete, pepete, pepete. Wewe mama, pepete, pepete, pepete. Pepete ukichutama, pepete, pepete, pepete. Kenyan boya, pepete, 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 pepete. Takufikisha tunapotaka, basi ongeza majojo. Leo taratibu misina garaka, mpaka majogo. I love the way you call me daddy. You turn me, oh. Fundi wako wa mapenzi chumbani. Mandi, oh. Nikopeleka msumari, manyundo yako meo, nisukushie kausukani. Drive me loco. Katoto bisi kuti kuti, madwiti twiti, kamejazia katikati. Yani tiki tiki, kalivyo katamu yani keki keki. Madwiti twiti, speedy me ya misifungi breki. Chiki chiki chiki, hey mama. Pepete, 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 pepete ukinama. Pepete, pepete, pepete. Where mama? Pepete, 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 pepete ukichutama.
Weka pesa kwenye tanki kisha nacheka, utadhani hapa niko maji, utadhani mimi ni tangi. Macho nyekundu nimegeuza karangi, unanijua ujinga mimi sitakangi, unanijua takimiu wanaua mimi kamea, utadhani mimi maua jina kubwa, nadhani unanijua. So kikundi serikali, basi nani ana swali, nani ngoma ingine kali, nani tamu kama sali. So mimi uweka watoto tumi na weka, niko Tribeca, niko gauge tunawaka, nataka kuteka kisha niingie keja tukuweka. Najifanya nimedoze kumbe naongeza gadoza, asubuhi ikifika narudi tu pale pale tu. Weka tena sana tunaweka weka tena sana tunaweka.
Designer oridi kutoka China, nimeshika wasupa wengi shinda gaina. Sina saa ya kuonesha kitambi sauna, mapinji kwa keja tuna manaira. Aterere, ekegwere, sina saa ya kuonesha kitambi sauna. Aterere, ekegwere, sina saa ya kuonesha kitambi sauna. Wale ilibidi niokoke ndo niwashe jiko, siko koka personality juu niko ridho. Ulimi bado ridhe, risasi zipo. Misari kali na mizani zipo. Silabi simple kama A-E-I-O-U. Rudia mara twice A-E-I-O-U. Kati chingi za calling na cha impromptu. Subiri usichizi in. 2 fingers in the sky. Kunja gumi to the side. Sio ngumu kudecide. Tusikwende tukislide. We can boogie through the night. Thank the Lord that I'm alive. 2 fingers in the sky. Kunja gumi to the side. Sio ngumu kudecide. Tusikwende tukislide. We can boogie through the night. Thank the Lord that I'm alive.
The beat can keep up too. Check it if you come through. So follow if you want to. Nobody can stop you. The beat can keep up too. Check it if you come through. So follow if you want to. Nobody can stop you.
Alemba, Shanku Master. Clap, clap, clap. Clap on the hands, on the hands. Clap on the hands, clap on the hands. Everybody, let's go. Everybody go down. Go down. Watch out! Dance move and take over the street. Everybody a move to the beat. And the dancer bring you the street. In a canyon we're so sweet. Dancer, let's get down to business in a Jesus way right and wow. Bolo bombo bombo bombolo. Bolo bombo bombo bombolo. Bolo bombo bombo bombolo. Everybody! Party, everybody party. Party, everybody party. Move to the gut, move to the beat. Party, everybody party. Paso, paso, kizo, paso. Paso, kizo, everybody paso. Paso, kizo, paso. Everybody move to the beat. Dance move and take over the street. Everybody a move to the beat. And the dancer bring you the street. In a canyon we're so soon. Start move, everybody start move. I follow you, I follow you, I follow you, everybody I follow you. Show game, show game, show game, everybody show game. Selfie, 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 everybody selfie. Yo!
Halo, kama we ni mwenyeji. We ni mwenyeji. Halo, kama we si mwenyeji. Unataka ule anaichapa mpaka ilale, basi harakisha njoona. Nyuma inanukia shasha mane, utupe nini kwa flona. Super komudia ladha gani, nezenda fast au slow. Baby, never nikisikia mapop male, nikitafuta plan ya do. Yeah. Tuanzishi vita, tunamaliza. Nani ukinita, tuma mamita. Au malipsinka, wanawaingiza. Na panda stage, na unamiujiza. Teenager, baba wakeja. Wananitia, wananiiga. Likuwa nachoma mpaka kwa filter. Kabadoko ushago. Life iko order, mpaka ukweli na sound unachocha.
Vile naifanya sio hoja. Huku hizi ni zindu na zoda. Tunaifanya
till it's stick. Alemba, even a member set. It's a Kenyan Ugandan company. See how you're walking down my rest, I know I'll make it someday. And I'm never gonna fret, I know I'll make it anyway. Everybody plays and you know you run the race, everybody say. Everybody for the place and you know you run the race, everybody say. I am walking down my rest, I know I'll make it someday. And I'm never gonna fret, I know the ceiling. Big man in the place, him come along with a lot of praise. Me say, we got a greater conviction. We never ceasing, never switching, never ditching. Me say, money now so representing fresh and clean, fresh and clean. We dancing. Will it bounce to the right, to the left, to the right, to the right. Will it to the left, to the back, to the ceiling. Will it to the right, to the left. I'm the kind of guy.
Wanauliza eti mimi nani, ninasongesha umati kwani mimi nani, bado tunasonga, nina nguvu gani, sili kwa magoti, mikono juu angani. Klasika zaidi ya mziki, nimependwa na kuliwa mbona si arbiki, nichuya kinajua nikimcall hata piki piki. Mbona na feel vizuri, nimebarikiwa ile furi furi, life na jinsi ni goody goody, kule nimetoka misi budi budi. Satisfaction na shangilia, mipango ya shetani inapanguliwa, tunaangaliwa, tunafunguliwa, milango yetu bila kubanguliwa. Hatuogopi, tumezungukiwa, Jehova Jireh tutafungukiwa, hatuongei tukisumbuliwa, kazana tukingoja kuchukuliwa, mizigo zetu tumepunguziwa.